Yesterday's prophecies, today's headlines. This is the HalLindsey Report. And now, HalLindsey.
Good evening and welcome to this edition of the HalLindsey Report. Last week, the White House announced new employment figures that showed the economy had added almost 500,000 new jobs. The fact that 90% were temporary government jobs that are with the Census Bureau didn't seem to take away any of the claim's luster. The administration called it evidence that the stimulus was working. But while the White House can find the billions needed to hire 500,000 census workers, it needs $50 billion more in stimulus money to protect other government jobs. And remember, government jobs don't make any money for the country. They take money from the taxpayers. The president sent a letter to congressional Democrats urging them to quickly approve the emergency stimulus bill to prevent massive layoffs for heavily unionized teachers, firefighters, and police officers. Now, I have nothing but the greatest respect for teachers, firefighters, and police officers. And that's exactly why they were the government employee union members singled out by the White House. Who could object to funding teachers, firefighters, and police? So the White House says that without another $50 billion right now, as many as 300,000 teachers, police, and firefighters would be laid off. Why police, teachers, and firefighters? Are they the least essential members of the federal and state labor force? Of course not. They're the most essential, which is exactly why the administration is threatening those jobs. It's as transparently false as it is cynical. But it seems that the public can be convinced of anything if you scare them and say it often enough. It's a tried and true tactic that has worked for all the great dictatorships of history. Sadly, it seems to work just as well for this one. I'll be back after this message. Now is the time. You may not have another. Well, that's it for tonight, folks. God willing, I'll see you next week.
You've been watching the HalLindsey Report. To support this program, send your tax-deductible gift to HalLindsey Media Ministries, P.O. Box 470-470, Tulsa, Oklahoma 74147. You can also support this ministry online. Visit HalLindsey.com or call 1-888-RAPTURE.